What's up everybody, it's Matt from TDM Style here. Welcome back to the channel for another hair product review, and this week we're taking a look at the two latest additions to the XMONDO hair lineup. We've got the Prismatic Glow Hydrating Mask as well as the Electric Rain Moisture Cream. So at this point, we're no strangers to the XMONDO lineup. This is the third product launch that he's done, and yeah, so let's dive right into these. Starting off with packaging and pricing, the Prismatic Glow Mask. That was, I don't know why I'm struggling to say that. Prismatic Glow Hydrating Mask. God damn. This one comes in a 6 fluid ounce or 177 milliliter tube, and this comes in at $32 US. And the Electric Rain Moisture Cream comes in this 5 fluid ounce or 148 milliliter tube, and this one is coming in at $28 US. And now you're gonna have to pay shipping on top of those, and I know already some people are probably, it's so expensive. Bitch, they're really not, but more on that later. As far as the packaging goes, I think Brad's maintaining just a very nice, salon quality look. We've got the clean white plastic tube with the silver logo on there, black matte plastic cap, and then, on the back of each one, of course, we have the ingredient list, how to use it, and so on. Now, for everybody's favorite category, that didn't go as smoothly as I had anticipated. Now we're talking about that scent. Yeah, fuck. Yeah, so Brad stuck with his signature scent, which is like that kind of Japanese cherry with sandalwood, and it just smells fucking delicious. It's great. It's very, it does smell like a salon quality product scent, if that makes any kind of sense to you. Sense. I did that last time, didn't I? But yeah, it's clean, it's light, it's fresh, it's very unisex, and I love it. Now, as far as the ingredients on these, again, these are salon lab-made products, so they are pretty massive ingredient lists, so I'll try to have them for you down below. I do believe they are also listed on the website, but we can quickly go through some of the kind of key ones on each product. So on both of these, they do say cruelty-free, vegan, paraben, and sulfate-free, and gluten-free. Now, for the mask, this one says formulated with the richest ingredients, including argan oil and baobab. That's a fun word to say, baobab.
Baobab
Oil to leave your hair nourished and hydrated as fuck. It actually says that. Well, it says AF, but And for the Electric Rain one, this says this formula includes argan oil and rice proteins to hydrate and rebuild your hair. And I did notice in this ingredient list, there is also like some apple and blueberry extract, which are things that we saw in his shampoo and conditioner as well. Taking a quick look at the consistency of the product formulas themselves, starting out with the mask. Now you can see on the inside of the cap here, it's got this little bit of like pink stuff going on. So this is something I found really interesting, and I didn't actually notice it right away when I was first, testing this in the shower first few times. I wasn't really paying attention. But so when you work this out of the tube, it does come out as a white, like thick, creamy, typical hair mask, kind of lotion-like consistency. But as soon as you start to warm that up in the hands a little bit, you'll see this kind of magic trick thing where it just becomes this, it's prismatic. So you'll see the kind of shiny, pinky, purpley color come out, which is really cool. And if anybody's concerned about colors and shit, don't worry, it doesn't affect your hair at all. But I don't know, I thought that was a cool effect to the formula. And as far as the Electric Rain Moisture Cream one, this one again is a, kind of white lotion-like consistency, although this one is quite a bit thinner and lighter feeling than the mask, as you would probably expect. And it does have, a nice amount of slickness to it, but one thing that I noticed right off the bat is that it doesn't feel slick like a smoothing serum. So in other words, it doesn't feel, silicone-y or like that kind of artificial slickness. And it also doesn't feel oily or greasy in the hands. All right, now it's time to demo these. So we'll start out with the mask one. Now the instructions for this say to apply it to damp hair, leave it on for 5 minutes or longer if you have the time, and then of course just rinse it out. And it says to use that once a week or whenever your hair needs some moisture TLC. So we're starting out this demo. I've got like 2 or 3 day old hair here that's full of product and oil and stuff. So I'm going to get into the shower, rinse that out with a shampoo. Now, of course, you can use any shampoo you want. I did use the Project X shampoo here just to be full on XMONDO and see how they work together. So now that my hair has been cleaned of all the product, I'm going in with the mask, and I am gonna leave that in for the full 5 minutes here. Once the timer is up, we're going to rinse this out. And one thing that I noticed even before I started blow drying was that at this point, my hair is completely detangled. I mean, there's not a single knot or anything. I can easily get my comb through, and that's something that I do look for in a good mask because, you know, I have a coarse, wavy, drier kind of hair type, and so when I'm looking to hydrate that bitch with a mask, I'm looking for it to be detangled and smoothed out, and that's exactly what happened here. Now we're gonna go ahead and blow dry that bitch as per usual, so that we can see the end results once it's dry and styled, and here we are. Yes! So yeah, this is exactly the kind of end result that I hope for when I use a mask. My hair is completely smooth. It has a beautiful natural shine to it. It feels unbelievably soft, and one thing that I really like about this one in particular is that it feels super light. It's not at all, you know, oily or greasy or weighed down, so I'm still able to work a lot of volume in, even though my hair is getting pretty long at this point. It's like down to my top lip, so despite all that length and weight of just the hair itself, this mask is nice and light, so it doesn't inhibit any volumized styling. All right, next it's time to demo the Electric Rain Moisture Cream. So this one, basically the directions are to apply a generous amount of product starting at the ends and working your way up when it's damp, of course, and then you're going to go ahead, finish, style that, blow dry it, whatever you want to do, and be on your way. Of course, you can air dry this as well, but yeah, my hair doesn't take well to that. I'm a blow dry kind of person, so yeah, let's get into that. So we're gonna start by resetting the hair, getting it wet again. There's no other product in at this point, and so now I'm going in with, yeah, what I would consider a generous amount of this. So working that in with my hands, and then I do usually like to go through with a comb just to make sure that everything's nice and evenly distributed. Now, once again, we're gonna blow dry that bitch and take a look at this final result. Yes! Yeah, once again, this is basically the result that I was hoping for. So my hair is completely smooth, it's defrizzed, and similarly to the mask, this is so lightweight, which is something that I really appreciate because my hair is thick and can be heavy as it is, especially at this length. So to have a kind of smoothing, defrizzing type of product that doesn't add any additional weight, and in fact, quite the contrary, it's very light, so it allows me to build a lot of volume in with the hairdryer, and that doesn't, you know, just kind of fall down afterward. Yeah, so I'd say that was a pretty stellar result there as well. All right, so overall thoughts on the two latest drops from XMONDO. I think Brad's on a roll, dude. I mean, like, these are great. These are both great. Yeah, the mask, I really love this. I mean, like I mentioned, I have a drier, coarser hair type, so masks are something that I do enjoy using like once a week just to really kind of add some moisture back in, especially when my hair is just feeling, you know, a little bit crispy. And this was great. It's not heavy. It leaves the hair so light, but it feels really hydrated, really nourished, smooth, shiny. It just looks beautiful. And similarly, I really, really love the moisture cream, the Electric Rain Moisture Cream as a pre-styler before blow drying. I mean, I always pre-style my hair with some type of smoothing product, whether it's, you know, a smoothing lotion or a serum, or, you know, like Glitterati is great. And I'm sure some people will probably ask, well, what's the difference between this and Glitterati? They are very different. I mean, really what it comes down to, like, Glitterati is just more of a straight smoothing serum. It's also got a little bit of grip to it with the hold, and it's not quite as moisturizing. Like, it smooths out the hair and it tames the flyaways, but it doesn't leave it feeling like super moisturized like this does. And I would also argue that this is probably a little bit lighter in the hair as well, but it does kind of lack that bit of hold slash grippiness that Glitterati has. So they are very different products, just in case you were wondering. So yeah, I mentioned at the beginning, some people will probably think that they're like priced way too high or whatever. Like, I'm used to paying $10 for a mask or something. They're not priced high. I mean, these are priced, I feel like these are priced pretty competitively for what they are. I mean, you know, a $32 mask, you get 6 ounces in here, and you don't need to use a lot of it, so this will last a long time. I mean, this is gonna last you at least probably 4 months. if you're using it once a week. And, you know, similar product, like similar masks of similar sizes, like the Cure mask from Amika is just way pricier than this. So, I mean, you get what you pay for, folks. And yeah, 28 bucks for this one. I mean, again, it's 5 ounces, so it's a lot of product. I'm like, yeah, it does say to use a generous amount, but there's a lot in there. So it's gonna last you a while. And again, it's salon quality, so you get what you pay for. Like, yeah, you can go buy a $5 Tresemme smoothing cream type of thing, but I've tried those, and trust me, they're bad. Having to pay shipping is a bummer. Shipping is expensive these days, so that's the other thing. Like, you'll probably spend at least $8 or whatever shipping inside the US and stuff, but that's just, it is what it is. I mean, no matter what you buy from wherever, shipping sucks, so that's whatever. Yeah, so congratulations, Brad, again on another successful product launch, in my opinion. I'm looking forward to seeing what you do next time. If I can suggest something, maybe some kind of styler, like a hair clay or something. I think that would be off the chain. But yeah, so that wraps things up for today's video, guys. I hope that you enjoyed this and found it helpful. Please do stay tuned. I have so much more coming. I just have a ton of reviews. Like, my queue is backed up again. So I'm going to try to get working on a lot of those, especially over the upcoming Christmas break and stuff. So I hope you all have wonderful, happy holidays, spend some time with family and friends. And as always, thank you guys so much for coming by and watching. And we'll see you at the next one.